Welcome to Gravely Mistaken, where everything is unexplained, unedited, and it's not like any of you listen. I'm just screaming into the void at this point.
That's fine. The void of YouTube, right? The dark web in it. Yep. And so, welcome to our beautiful D&D adventure.
Can I have beef jerky?
No, not yet. Not yet. Jeez. We're gonna print that on a T-shirt for you one day.
Can I have beef jerky yet?
And the answer is no. On the back of the T-shirt, get no. So, previously on our D&D adventure, we found a dragon turtle up in a cave that had been killed.
We threw a bunch of maggots at each other. Basically.
And
you threw the maggots.
And it started tripping people into the mush and, disgusting. So basically, destroyed the cave, yay, burned up the corpse. And with all that, so we took care of the initial problem. But the people are still sick down below. So at this point, we're all good. We've got Leland. We've got Lander, we got Sly.
Nothing. Never mind.
I'm so tired of this point, pretty much. So at this point, we're going down. We've kind of collected ourselves at this point. We're down by a beautiful, gorgeous, probably 50-foot waterfall. Very beautiful, green, luscious landscape, but you can see the rocky edges poking out. And now at this point, the only question is, how do we make the medicine? Now, previously, now keep in mind, we're on the mountain. We went over to the cave. You could go over to the ruins. You could go up to the summit. There's lots of vegetation around. So, just basically, how do you want to make this medicine for these people?
I don't know, plant. We got plants.
What do you want to do? How do you think you want to make medicine?
Well, we would have to go...
Put them out of their misery. Let's just kill them.
No! We are not killing people.
You've never complained before.
That was different. Okay, so... Do you just want to look around the waterfall? Do you want to go somewhere in particular?
I want to climb up the waterfall.
You want to climb up the waterfall?
Oh my goodness gracious, I don't have dice.
Seriously, the only one that brought her
She's
die?
the only die! She's the
Winter is prepared!
The only person we're going to all have to share a single dice. 2.
So Sly climbs up the waterfall and then falls back down. Now can I have beef jerky?
No.
I have put in my effort for the day.
No. At least wait until we're like at a 10-minute point here.
That's only 7 more minutes.
Wait. We should probably go to the castle because even though it's in ruins, they had a healing facility there, so there may be herbs there.
Castle in ruins. What do you think, Sly?
I don't know.
And Sly shoves her phone back in her pocket of her medieval outfit.
Sly just has a smartphone, let's be real. 95% of the time she's on it and just doesn't care. I say that we should, definitely do whatever you do so you can be blamed for it. She says as she just puts the phone back in her pocket.
Does Leland have any ideas?
Leland doesn't care, let's be real.
Well, Leland says it's a pretty good place to start. Don't know how old the castle ruins are, and it's been here ever since I've been here. Obviously, it's been here a long time. It is going to take us a day, though, to get to it. So
True.
And that get back, there may be no congregation left to save.
True.
Okay, so I think that heading over to the castle would be a good idea because otherwise we're looking around the entire mountain for random plants. That's not
Lots of plants. I love plants.
That's not really a great idea, and it's a very time-consuming task.
Yeah.
And people tended to grow plants that they needed around castles.
Exactly,
normally.
that's my thinking, so...
That's actually not a bad idea. So yeah, we're going to head over there. So, we're there! And so it does take a a little bit of a trek. It takes about all, because at this point when we ended, it was probably evening, and now by the time, it's like late night by the time you get to the castle. It's late night. And so you're going in, you're looking around. So giant, huge castle. A lot of it is crumbled, decayed. Looks like it had about 2 stories, at least from what you can see. Most of the second story is gone though. You can just tell that this castle has gone through it. When I say like gone through it, it didn't fall to one singular enemy. This thing, even after its original occupants left, has been battered. You see from obvious catapult, like where catapult stones are sitting with grass growing up around it. It had taken out massive chunks of the wall. Giant claw marks, parts that look like they'd just been clubbed away with a giant, huge spiked club. Or this castle has seen everything. Some parts are scorched. Some parts are. I mean, it looks like everything that lives on the entire mountain has probably attacked this castle. But you could tell it had very, very thick fortified walls. This sucker stood the test of time. Inside of it...
Aren't you supposed to know this, Sly says?
I haven't gotten to this part of the mountain yet in my adventures. Don't be quiet.
You lazy son of a gun.
Excuse me? Excuse me? You're down there in your little shire area, like a little hobbit, not exploring anything.
I've been on the run for like a year and a half.
Maybe like a trip to Bree.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not everyone can get paid to live life on the run.
Oh, brother.
So you're looking around. You can easily make your way in. A lot of the main gates have been, obviously the wood that held the main gate, the big fortified gate, has been rotted away.
Yeah.
It's been rotted. It's not even there anymore. No door hinges, for crying out loud. So you go inside the main area, and it looks like a courtyard. It's very run down. Like there's grass growing everywhere, so obviously nobody's been walking. Probably grass is reaching about mid-thigh level, so fairly tall grass.
Yeah.
Inside of this courtyard, you see where obviously they kept like some minor stables, because you can still see somewhat of a wooden branch in the trough. Trough is like completely grown over though. Off to the side, you see a couple doors, but there's like 3 or 4 doors leading off somewhere into the castle. Most of the roofing in the entire place is gone. So if it rains, it's going to rain. Do you guys have any ideas or any
climate lander?
It's only like a story and a half.
It's only a story and a half.
You gonna climb and get a view?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Since you can't get off your butt, she says, as she walks over.
Because there's one area where there's like a small, like what used to be somewhat of a bell tower. Do you want to try climbing that, or do you want to try going up the stairs to the battlement?
Just up the battlement.
Do you want to just go up the battlement?
Yeah.
It's stairs. I'm not gonna make you roll for stairs.
Okay. Try.
I lied. You're gonna roll for stairs. 11. Okay, so on the way, one of the not wooden, but the stone stairs actually gives way under your feet, but you're able to catch yourself. But you make it up there with not any big problems.
I should get paid to do your job.
Funny. So you're up there, you're looking around. It's very odd on the battlement because you have a perfect view all the way down to the valley. You can see like a little, you even though it's late at night, you can see like on the very, very far side of the mountain, which nobody normally ever gets a view of. Not on the other side, the opposite side, but on the far side. It's probably around to the right. And you see like little people with torches walking around. Like little orange torches. Just various people, various groups walking on the mountain. Not tons, but probably like a dozen torches. and it just kind of puts into perspective how many people live on this ginormous mountain. Keep in mind, the mountain is the size of the Mariana Trench flipped the other way, you know?
Yeah.
It's huge. And to put that in perspective, if you don't know, basically the Mount Everest can fit inside the Mariana Trench pretty comfortably. So, you know, you're hearing all this, and then a noise kind of makes its way up to you. Now you're going to roll to see if you can identify what kind of noise this is.
I rolled 17.
So you hear it, and it sounds like chanting, but not like your chanting that you do.
That's not the weird church that I attend's church chanting. That's not the same chanting. Hey!
What?
Hey, you pay attention.
I am paying attention.
Get over here.
I am over here.
No, come on. Go see what that is, because I don't want to deal with it.
Okay. So this is basically what you can hear. And it's as you kind of start making your way around the battlement. This is basically what you're hearing. A little creepy. And so as you make your way closer, it does get a little bit louder, and you find yourself at the top of these steps that just keep to go down into darkness. Just complete darkness. After like 3 steps, darkness. Can't see what's going on. And
Pushes Lander.
you better roll push Lander. You know him throwed me last session.
I rolled
20. Are you?
Oh, come on! Can I have beef jerky now? It's been 11 minutes.
Almost there.
Almost there. Almost
Okay.
there.
So,
Not
jerky's
touching
expensive.
So does Lander go flying?
Lander goes flying, face first down all 2 flights of stairs, 2.5 flights of stairs.
Oh, brother.
Because what you don't realize, there's apparently a basement to this castle. Of course, there's like a dungeon thing. Lander goes flying forward, spewing fire the entire way down, like screaming fire everywhere.
I don't have that ability.
Oh, I do though. Or no, Lander. Sorry, Lander. I'm thinking Leland. Sorry. Hello. You can tell it's Friday.
Yeah, no, Lander can't breathe fire, but he definitely is screaming at the top of his lungs.
So Lander goes flying down the steps. Leland, here, let me see the dice. Let me see if I can attempt to save Lander here.
Please.
Before Lander has to take damage.
Yeah,
16. So after like 5 steps, like 10 steps, I was able to stop you, you know.
Thank you.
We all just glare. Back
Sly
at Sly.
just kind of sits here and like rubs an antler against the stone wall, just sitting there, arms crossed.
And Leland says, I just want you to know, if we run across cannibals, I'm throwing you to them first.
Well, I do have a juicy butt. I am thicker than the medieval equivalent of a Snicker.
Okay, medieval Snickers. So you go inside, and the chanting at this point stops. They obviously heard you. And
Hi.
but you don't know who's down there.
Hi, it's me, the FedEx man.
You hear from the edges, do you come bearing food?
I mean, yes, the snake person's food. Anything's food if you try hard enough.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is indeed, dear. You should know.
Let's run. Can we just run? I like how I'm the farthest back away from all of this. She's like at the top, and everyone's just like, dude.
So do you want to come downstairs and
No.
join the rest of us? No?
Nope, not at the moment, no. I think I'll take my chances up here, ma'am.
So basically what happened is there's torches all lit up down there, and there's a giant fire going on in the middle. And what you see, and I'm going to be honest, the best way to describe this is using Pixar. The fat people in WALL-E are all the people in this like underground area. They're all like WALL-E level fat.
Okay.
Obviously, we have some questions. And so, well, first, I mean, do you guys, I mean, you have some options, so what do you want to do? I mean, do you want to talk about medicine? Do you want to say, why are you chanting Wally fat people?
I mean, I personally want to know why they're there.
Here's a better question. How did they get down there? Because they had to walk down there.
I, as a local fat person, feel really attacked right now. Also, may I have some beef jerky?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, fine.
Yeah.
But I thought the rule was you had to roll for it.
No, that was last week, because you already gave me some.
We'll make it, yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, so I mean, come on, you got any questions? I mean, what's going on? I'll let you guys do this.
Yeah, so how did they get down there anyway?
Well, yes, and you know, a lady kind of shuffles forward. She says, "Well, we are the founders of the Hoopla sect. The Hoopla,
The what now?
the great deity of eating."
That makes sense.
Okay.
And from your friend, they looked over and they noticed Leland. Leland had the sect of Paula's clothing on. And they said, "Oh, we were the sister sect of the deity of Paula." But, of course, doctrinal differences made us part ways many, many, many years ago.
What kind of differences?
Well, Paula only wanted to eat once, and we thought that was a waste.
Yeah.
And they're so strict on what you could eat and what you couldn't eat. It was only
so this
stews
is
or
like-
soups,
This is like gluttony then.
basically.
This is like the god of gluttony. Thanks for this, guys.
Let's be honest. There would have probably been like, it's like Baptist and Protestants and you know, so you got different groups. Overall, the same food religion, just different ways we do it.
Yeah.
So she says, we go down and food actually just comes to us. We don't know where it comes. The animals will come down here and you know, anything that comes across our path, we cook it up and eat it.
Like people?
If the need were to arise. Any volunteers? Nah,
thank you.
I'm just kidding with
That's
you kids.
what we're leaving, guys.
I'm just kidding.
Guys, that's what cannibals say before they eat you. Okay, I recommend we leave. Do you have any you guys probably don't eat leafy greens. I'll be real.
Actually, we do actually eat leafy greens. Not often, but we do.
Do you got any that could like cure sickness? Or
Well,
make people not alive?
There's an old apothecary in the castle, if I remember my grandmother telling me this correctly. There's an old apothecary somewhere in the castle. I'm not quite sure where it is since none of us can leave this room. Obviously, we made it down the stairs, but we can't make it up. You okay over there, Lander?
I'm okay.
She said, yes, there's a special plant down here, and whenever food we need, we just literally think about the food, the plant-wise, and it grows. If we need an animal, they just end up down here. They walk down here on their own. We don't know how, we don't know where. Our forefathers guessed that it was our deity. Who knew?
So did you pray for us by any chance?
Oh, child.
We need to leave very honestly, though. I'm gonna be real with you. Sly's standing at the top of the stairs. I'm gonna be real with you. We probably don't need to be here. They probably eat babies. Let's be real. If they could make babies. Let's leave, guys. You heard him. We just need to go to the nice apothecary.
Okay, so you want to leave and go to the apothecary?
Yeah.
Leave the creepy Wally people down there?
Yeah, please.
Wait. Can I knock them down there? Can I like trap them down there? Just
They
so
can't
don't...
even climb the stairs.
I
They
know,
are trapped.
but I don't want other people to go down there.
But then, I mean, there's probably like 50,
So-
there's
so-
probably like 40 people down there, so you're basically going to have them like almost starve to death.
I've thought of that.
You want to do it? You can.
No, that's too cruel.
Actually,
even for Sly.
well, technically, if you think about it, let's just say you do trap them down there. They have that plant that'll give them whatever vegetable they want. So imagine them having to go on a vegetable-only diet.
Oh, and then oh my goodness, they'd be able to get out.
Yeah, and then they'd probably come for you. But at the same time, I mean, may not be the worst thing that ever happens to them. I mean, you're running on. I mean, they could be cannibals. They may not be. You never know. They could be totally nice people who just want to eat and enjoy life while they can.
I just say we kind of just leave them alone and go to the apothecary.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just leave them.
Okay. The apothecary. So you all go up the stairs. You start kind of looking from room to room to room. You finally find one. Kind of looks more like a kitchen. But you can somewhat tell with some of the more vial-like items, it's definitely, and it's all very old vials. So, I mean, it's questionable on whether some of the ingredients will work. But from Lander's knowledge, loose knowledge of, medicines and plants around the area, because, I mean, geez, you live on a mountain, you better know some plants.
Yeah.
Considering you're archiving all this mess.
Trying to, anyway.
So you notice 10 different primary healing, kind of like, they're in vials. They're basically like mushed up plants, like it's in powder. The plants are already as powder form, so you don't have to worry about that. But you know that these 10 plants will help. You just don't quite remember how each of it helps. But you know these 10 are needed. But I will tell you this as the DM right now. You are going to need 4 plants in order to make your cure.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to hand this to you so you can actually keep track of what you're doing.
Well, I do have my notebook, so.
Okay, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, go for that.
My handy dandy notebook that I'm supposedly writing all of this stuff down in.
Hasn't been open the entire time. So your 10 ingredients are, this is very important.
I wanted to let me to get to a clean page.
Very important slide with your iPhone.
I'm gonna be real. Sly isn't paying attention at this point. She's just like touching things, like all the vials.
Well, here's the thing. As a dragonborn, my sense of smell is
touch.
Leland's
touch.
dragonborn, she can't smell crap.
Touch.
You walk over to the table.
Touching things.
Stop touching things! Or do you want to explode into a million pieces?
I want to explode.
Push me and I will make you accidentally touch acid. And not the fun type.
Acid.
Okay. So 10 ingredients.
10 ingredients on this and you put them over on this table and you got a mixing bowl in front of you. And there's enough of each so that you can do quite a bit of experimentation.
Okay.
So you need to figure out what 4 plants you need and how much of each plant. Now to understand that, it's on a scale from 1 to 10.
Okay.
Okay, so I think like 1 part for every gallon, kind of like that. And each one needs a different number. Or it could be a duplicating number. You never know. I could have like 2 5s or 7 5 3 or 2 1 5, whatever.
Okay.
So the plants that are on there: dandelion, rosemary, lavender, aloe vera, thyme, celery. Do I need to slow down?
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, start from the beginning.
Dandelion, rosemary, lavender, aloe vera, thyme, celery. Are you smelling? Which one are you stuck on?
I have dandelion, rosemary, lavender, thyme, celery, aloe.
Okay, sunflowers.
Oh my goodness, my stupid pen.
Here, do you want?
It's only on certain parts of the paper it doesn't want to write.
I give you just in
Okay,
case.
thanks.
Sunflowers, mint,
Mint.
Netta Catera, and I'll explain that one. And then basil. Which, by the way, if you actually do Google these actually are like the top 10 medicinal
I know.
plants, and they actually can help. So before we start,
They don't cure autism.
no, duh.
Anti-vaxxers, Sarah.
Well-
Anti-vaxxers.
We already can count aloe off the list.
Okay, because tell me anything that you know about these plants, like anything that they can
What was
do.
the plant list?
Oh my word.
Okay, I have the plant list. For one, we don't need aloe
Okay.
because that's for burns, and
Aloes for burns.
it does not help anything with actual sickness.
That's correct.
Meanwhile, rosemary I think helps like stimulate the blood a bit,
I think so.
so that might.
Wait, let me.
It does improve blood circulation
helps.
to the brain. That is
Comfrey
true.
helps coughs. Thyme helps.
Wait, which one was it that?
Comfrey.
That's not on here.
That's not on here.
Oh, I'm just going off medicine cat herbs from Warrior Cats.
Oh, okay.
I know 95% of these. I'll be real with
Okay,
you.
thyme. What does thyme do?
Thyme, in the case of Warrior Cats, helps nursing queens produce milk. I'm pretty sure.
No, not for this one. Not for this. Okay, just think about and if you don't know anything, that's fine. I'm gonna help you figure these out. So, you did figure out that rosemary does do the blood circulation.
Yeah, or blood flow, either one.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about lavender is it has a calming effect.
Let me double check. Well, yeah, outside of the calming effect.
But I'm trying to think of what it would help with.
Yeah, it helps with anxiety, migraine, insomnia, and depression. Does some other stuff, but yeah, you're right. It's basically like cooling people down.
Yeah, so calm.
People. Anything else? We got dandelion, rosemary.
Dandelion helps you poop.
Let me see if that is.
And it helps with gut stuff. I know that.
You know what though? I'll give that to you. It helps with intestinal problems, and it actually helps your liver. So I'll give you that. So
We may need that.
liver and intestinal. It does some other stuff too. So there's a lot of research we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, well, the dandelion may help with our problem. I'm just saying.
Do you want to do a random mix of 4 and go experiment, or
Yeah. We got weed.
No, I purposely made sure there's no marijuana on this because that is not going to help these sick and dying people.
It might.
Okay. Let's see.
Leland goes over and starts lighting little pieces of candles she can find so we can actually see what the heck we're doing in here. Because Lord knows I can't help with this.
Fireball.
Huh?
I cast fireball.
Where?
No, I wouldn't actually.
Dude, that's what they're like.
I'll burn the entire house down.
And then everybody in the sect dies.
We
Okay.
are not doing that, no.
Well, to be continued. Will our adventurers find out? We don't know.
We really don't know.
Who knows?